Hey everybody, welcome to Shooting the Shit with Yankee. As always, I'm Yankee, so let's start shooting. Today's question is a pretty simple one. It's going to be your opinion, and it is, what do you think is the biggest problem with police today? And you can take it either way you want. You can say, they're too restricted. They got too much, public scrutiny on them. What with everybody having cell phones, they can't do their jobs. Or you could be like, they're a bunch of racists that have no accountability, whatever. You can go whichever way you want. I mean, I know our president obviously thinks that they need less accountability. I mean, he signed an executive order saying he wanted to let them off the leash and wanted to give them federal protection against local prosecution if they break the law. He wants the federal government to step in and tell local officials that if you try them, we'll put you in jail. So he obviously thinks they need more power. I want to hear what you all think. I think the worst problem with police today, and it's not that they're racist. I know a lot of people say they're racist. They target minorities. I don't think they do. I don't think they target minorities at all. They just interact with minorities more because, unfortunately, minorities commit far more crime. So that it's a statistic that if it was like minorities were committing the same amount of crime, but they were getting interacted with more, well, then you would have an issue. But since they're committing more crime, they should be interacted with more. That's the way it works. I don't think that police care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Muslim, Christian, or anything. If you're not a cop, you're the enemy. And I think that's the biggest problem with police these days. As someone who was hired and went through the process as a young man and then went through it again, 10 years ago as an older man and saw how it changed from then to now, I can tell you the biggest problem is they hire people that will go along with the us versus them mentality. They want people that feel like they're an elite and that the public is the enemy. Used to be they weeded those people out. My first time through, you wouldn't have gone through with an attitude like that. Now they weed you out if you don't have that attitude. They've intentionally redesigned local law enforcement to be a federal enforcement agency, to be a standing army, and that's the biggest problem with police. And if people would realize that, all these thin blue line people that also have Gadsden flag stickers on the same truck, you should realize those two things are diametrically opposed. You can't be both. You can't be thin blue line and then believe in your freedom and not want to be tread upon, because who treads on you when the government tells them to? It's the police. So I want to hear today what you all think, though. You might feel the total opposite of me. We will see. Let's go over here and get started. Edgar Cortez says, the police will not protect you from being victimized. They will show up when the incident is over and give you a police report number. You have to defend yourself. Well, I think that's pretty much always been the case. Police are there to enforce the laws. They can't be there and be your bodyguard. And I know that the government in the last 30, 40 years has been big in trying to make it sound like they are your own personal protection force, that, it's okay if we're disarming you and if we're making you reliant on us because we're going to protect you. And that is absolutely wrong. So they don't protect you. They couldn't protect you, actually. And even if they could, they wouldn't. So, that's a problem. Officer Tater Hater said, no accountability. Name one cop who got gin pop. Not many. If they do get convicted, they get special treatment in prison. So, and that's very rare that they get convicted. And you have to have 50 witnesses, 20 different people with video from every different angle. And then you have to get the media involved, and they have to be willing to get involved. And there has to be a reason for the media and the government to want to get involved, like, hey, people are getting along too well. We got to sow a little division before anything will ever even be done, because they don't want to hold them accountable. That's like here locally, we had a problem where they had a tribunal that whenever a cop committed a crime, the private tribunal met to see whether to file charges, never filed charges. Turned out the tribunal was basically the police chief, the mayor's assistants, two wives of local police chiefs. And so it was basically a rigged system, but it was secret. And I remember it was a scandal when the names got out, because all these people are in danger now because their names got out. Your scheme was exposed is why you're upset. Kevin Mabry said, too trigger happy. They do have a shoot first, ask questions later attitude, and that comes from the zero risk. Like that their number one goal is to get home that night. Their number one goal isn't to make sure citizens are safe. It's for them to get home. And if that means killing someone who's innocent, so be it, as long as they get home. Doesn't matter if you do. Gummy Wuzzle says the problem with police is they can lie to you and get you to say something they can leverage. All you can do is shut up and wait for a lawyer. Yeah, I've always told people, the place to argue with a cop isn't in the street. It's in a courtroom. And you'll be surprised how many judges are sick of cops shit. Now, a lot of them are complacent with it, and a lot of them are compliant with it. But a lot of times, when you want to fight your fight it in the courtroom, not on the side of the road, because then you give them something to prosecute you for. Even if they were just harassed, like they harass me all the time because of my stance on police corruption. I get pulled over a lot. I don't give them anything. Yes, sir. No, sir. Go about my day. I don't give them any. I have all my documents. They ask me every time, do you have a carry permit on you for that gun? And even though I'm not required to carry permit to open carry, I always show them a carry permit, or I just say, yes, I do. You know, they usually don't ask to see it. I just say, yes, I do. I had one cop one time tell me to get it. I was like, I'm not taking my hands off the steering wheel until you say specifically how you want me to get it. Practical Bacon said zero accountability, qualified immunity, civil asset forfeiture. That's a big one. Bully mentality, hero worship, no requirement to serve, protect. Sure, I'm missing more. And there's a lot of problems with modern policing. Basically, they're a standing military for the federal government, beholden to the federal government, militarized by the federal government, trained by the federal government, supplied by the federal government. Is tonight the Pico drawing? No, it'll be tomorrow. Sean Bain said they don't de-escalate the situation through climate the threat. I don't know. That's not good wording there, I don't think. But no, de-escalation has become a thing of the past. It used to be, you know, with police training when I took it was when you arrive on a situation, when you arrive on a scene, your number one thing is to maintain calm. Try to de-escalate everyone's tempers. Try to get everyone to like, okay, it's over now. We're going to try to figure out what's going on. I'm going to listen to everybody individually. We're going to see what's going on, and then we'll see what happens. Now they show up and their training is to control and dominate the situation. So basically bully everybody into submission and then take charge. And that don't work with most people. Heavy J said, definitely turn militarized. I get pulled over by mostly Hispanic cops and they forget when the shift ends. They are just regular people at Walmart. Yeah, it's part of, they're all like in a brotherhood. You know, it's like it's us against them. And they're, you know, on one team and we're on the other. And that's one of the worst things about policing these days. See if you can go on a ride along or sit on in a morning briefing, and you'll see the it's us against them mentality. Remember, they're out to get you, and your number one goal is to get home tonight. So be safe and do what you got to do. I've heard that said. Tim Allen says, other than them having the us versus them mentality, overly militarized, trigger happy, there's nothing wrong with police, all hell fell. Other than all those things, yeah, there's nothing wrong with police. Ghost Shadow says, they do not hire anyone that wants to help protect others. They hire people super aggressive and go on power trips. Yes. If you were bullied in high school and you like to take steroids and testosterone replacement, good chance you'll get a job now. Used to be they weeded those people out. They were the first ones gone on the first day of testing, and before even the physical testing. They'd weed those people out before they even got to the physical testing. You'd usually take the personality test, the knowledge quiz, and then you'd do the PT testing. So those people were usually weeded out before they even got to that part. Mr. Furley said, good people pass for better jobs. It's shit work. It isn't shit work, really. It's not bad at all, and they're highly overpaid. I mean, officers around here are making $150,000, $200,000 a year. High school diploma. Yeah, where are you going to do that anywhere else? And they get authority and a badge and a gun. It's not shit work at all. And good people aren't passing. They won't hire good people. So I disagree with that. Ghost Shadow said clean mags with xylene plastic parts melted. Yeah, that's something totally different. So that looks like that's it for us today. That was the last person weighing in there. I thought that was an actual comment there at the end, but it isn't. It's Ghost Shadow talking about something. So how about you all out there in YouTube land? What do you think? What's the biggest problem with policing these days? Is it, like I said, held back? Too powerful, not powerful enough? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you ever want to weigh in on one of these videos in person, come to our live chats. We do them pretty much every day at 6 p.m., except for Wednesdays when who knows when they are. It's up to Never Enough Ammo and what he's doing that day. I don't know what's going on. But come on in live, weigh in, stick around for the live chat after, which is an open chat where we answer any questions anybody wants to ask. So show up. I hope to see you soon. Everyone else who participated, thanks once again for participating. Hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.